Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube. This is a pretty weird pack. It's so many lands, and it's a lot of like bad lands. I think for this pack for me, we're looking at Oko, Wooded Foothills, and Ancient Tomb as the three options. Oko is really messed up. I'm just gonna take Oko. it's it's pretty good. Into Tropical Island, it's not a bad place to be. On color with the dude. Chrome box. I'm getting lower and lower on Chrome box because I'm taking like Llanowar Elves higher and higher. It's like Llanowar Elves takes one turn to accelerate you, but then you're not down a card. This card's really good if you're in like mono blue or like it's really good in black red in particular because you can play it, and if you don't have something to exile with it, you can sack it to like Broadside Bombardier's Gut. There's also a couple other like sacrifice artifact things. We're gonna take a Trop. I like Deathrite. Duress. That's about it. Probe is also pretty good. I do like Probe. Deathrite's really good if you get fetches. I did already pass a fetch. Duress is good, but it's like 3 colors. I'm gonna take Deathrite here. Go that route. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I think this card has fallen off, but it's still quite good. Reprieve. Pick 4 is interesting. Hollowed Fountain is interesting. I want a Reprieve. Jace is really spicy, but 4 mana, it still is good. I think the ability to protect yourself is nuts. I like that. Hollowed Fountain. I don't think there's any chance I get Reprieve back, but I think I'm gonna take the Fountain. That way, the next Reprieve-like card or a Teferi, I get to take. Stern Scolding I think would also be pretty good, but Teferi is kind of nuts, and I haven't drafted a bunch of Planeswalkers in a while, so why not play Bant Planeswalkers? We got Big Teferi. Sacred Foundry is also pretty interesting, but I think let's go play. I think Wasteland could probably be the pick. Wait a second. I think Wasteland is just the pick. It's good with Deathrite Shaman is like a particularly good reason to take it. Teferi is cool, but it's 5 mana, and there's a lot of 5 mana plays. Yeah, let's be reasonable. Take Wasteland. Then we can take... Reben Inspector. Boseiju is interesting. Is good with Deathrite. Yeah, this pack is not good for us. I think it's Boseiju versus Thraben Inspector. I don't think I've a single time actually used this card to channel. So I'm going to take the Inspector here. That's pretty alright. Don't mind a Metamorph. And Elspeth is also just okay. This also could be a Talisman situation. Problem is it's not double on color, but we're not looking to have too much acceleration. But we're looking like a deck that's going to have a lot of 3s, 4s, and 5s. Metamorph is fairly replaceable, so maybe I do take Talisman. Just to keep us a little bit open and not put so much pressure on the next couple packs where like, okay, now we, like, with this start, we really want, like, a mana elf and stuff. Talisman means we can take some 4s, be a little bit more relaxed. Colonnade does enter tapped, but it is fixing. And our mana's... This feels like a deck that's going to end up 4 colors, just by the, like, nature of how it is. Pending's really good. I'm actually very happy to pick that up. Thundertrap Trainer is also nice, but I think Prismatic Ending is, like, a special... I don't know, it's very flexible. You don't ever trade ahead on cards, or on mana, but it just does a lot of stuff. That's an extremely late duress. But I'm also like not anywhere close to playing black, so I think Glimmer Lens is pretty open. I'm gonna take the Surveil land here, because there's red is open too. Oh, I should have put this. I just made my cube list. I should have put this lower. I think this card sucks. It's fine. It hits really hard, but not playing any of these. But I'm not playing that. I'll take it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I really, really need more 3s. Quick Reflexes, Descendant of Storms. I'll take that. Force of Vigor is actually pretty interesting in this deck. I'm gonna take that. I think this card is quite good. I don't really know what's happening with this draft, by the way. Blue is not open in the slightest, except this card, but If I can avoid playing this card, I would like to. Alright, there you go. Black Lotus. I feel like it's been a minute since I've opened Power, but this is a pretty good Black Lotus deck. Oko and Teferi, both pretty good turn ones. We might wheel a Makti or Static Prison would be the two I'd be happy with. Here, ooh. Okay, we have Commercial District and Talisman for Pyroglyph. Fractured Identity is really good. This is a potential deck for Counterspell, although hitting the blue might be a little challenging, but Counterspell is interesting. I think Fractured Identity might be better than Counterspell in this type of deck. Temple Garden is our first green-white duel. Yikes, this pack's crazy. Oust is also really good. I think I'm going to take Fractured Identity over Counterspell here. Really good with Teferi as well. Yeah. The double blue on Counterspell is something that I'm not particularly happy about. Oof, Pilgrim versus a fetch land. I think we gotta take... This is black-white. Right now this just gets blue-white. I think I gotta take the fetch with a Deathrite Shaman and like some bad mana. I think this is the pick. Okay, Hedge Maze. Marsh Flats can't get that. Parallax Wave is kind of just the play, I think. Leyline Binding is good too. That might wheel. Hedge Maze. I already have Trop. Yeah, I'm gonna take Parallax Wave. It fits so perfectly in this type of deck. Bayou does let Marsh Flats get green. So that's interesting. There's also Elspeth at 5, who's very good. I mean, Elspeth just closes games out. So Bayou, Elspeth. I think I'm going to take Bayou. Just making sure our fetch can get all of our colors, I think is really important. Elspeth I love, but we already have Identity, some decent top end. Ooh. Okay. Gush, Generous Ent. Endurance is actually also pretty good. The fact that it can block for Planeswalkers is pretty nice. Generous Ent can get Tropical Island. This currently can't get white. I love Gush. In this deck, do I like Gush? Maybe not so much in this deck. Because we have stuff like Colonnade. Oh, I'm probably not playing this. Man, I wish I had more time. This pick's really hard. I think I'm going to take the Endurance because it gives us some graveyard hate. But it's a tough pick for sure. Lotus Cobra. I have one fetch. Wrath of God with 2 Planeswalkers and a Teferi is interesting. Prophets is fine. Am I playing Cobra in this deck? I'm pretty low on Lotus Cobra in general. We could be... No, we're unlikely to be an Upheaval deck. Wrath or a Thornspire Verge lets us like splash a Minskin Boo. I'll take that. Unlikely we play it, but now we have like 3 red fixing plays. Containment Priest, better than the rest. We did wheel Makti. There's also Burst Lightning. This isn't the best Makti deck because we're not that aggressive. This actually could be an Arwen deck. 3 mana 2/2 indestructible. Gives something else indestructible and makes it bigger, and it becomes a 3/3. I have like 2 red sources. That's fine. I mean, I think Makti's still better than Arwen, but kind of awkward either way. Love and Oust. The rest is not for us. Okay, we wheeled Pilgrim. That's excellent. Chandra, no. Thalia's, no. Alright, Pilgrim's great. We get Leyline Binding. That's awesome. And we get Elspeth. Yeah, that's gotta be better than Treasure Cruise. Take this thing. Okay, this goes away. We wheel Wrath of God. I mean, honestly, this is becoming more and more of a Wrath deck. I don't know about Makti in this deck. We're a little bit more... Makti's really good if you're aggressive, like, usually with red or green, like the big creatures. This deck is more kind of slower value disruption with, like, Containment Priest, like Oko. Doesn't kill immediately, but it gives you inevitability. So Makti, I value less in this situation. Whew, okay. Mox is a Mox. Mox Black Lotus goes pretty hard. I like Mox much more than Library. Wandering Emperor, I hope to wheel. The card's nuts. I'm gonna take the Mox. Next pick, Waterlogged Grove. I guess I'm like barely splashing blue. We're basically just green-white. Someone took our green-white duel, so that's not great for us. And this is Jund? Yeah. Uh, yeah, I think Waterlog Grove. Wow. Okay. That's the third pick Ancestral. I mean, that's pretty good. Stevens would be awesome, starting town, blah, 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 but like, third pick Ancestral. Let's go. Okay, we're not playing Machty. Now I just need to, oh my gosh. Spell Pierce? This is really good. Oh, Lurin Revealed can get Tropical Island and Hallowed Fountain. That gets both of our colors. Spell Pierce, though, it's our first counter spell. First counter spell is pretty important. But I mean, we, we have Ancestral Black Lotus Mox. That's so crazy. I almost want to run Wrath of God now. Like, this is kind of just a slower deck. Talisman of Progress, also good fixing, actually. Wait, Talisman of Progress is kind of fire, too. Especially with a Mox. Like, you can turn one a Talisman, hold up Spell Pierce. I think the first counter spell is pretty important, he says, and then gets past two more. This one's kind of nice because you can bounce creatures. Botanical Sanctum. We're not playing this. And Bayou's a little bit suspicious. Interesting. 5 mana Mystic Confluence. If I'm running Wrath of God, like, this would be hard control. That's interesting. 2 mana Counterspell with Containment Priest Ancestral is also pretty good. We'll take it. Okay, here. Delighted Halfling with Oko, Teferi, Elspeth. Pretty good. This Triumph does give me finally my first green-white duel, but also gives me black I don't necessarily need. I mean, we could play Urtai, I guess. Evans's Pilgrim, Deathrite Shaman. Brightglass Gearhulk with Black Lotus Mox is also something to behold. Oddly enough, you can't Black Lotus this out, which is a little bit sad, but if you do get there, it's pretty good. I almost wonder if Phantasmal Image. I don't have any creatures I want to image. I'm going to take this one. I too would like to turn 2 Oko. Path is really good. Horizon Canopy is good. Mana Confluence is good. Sunfall is good, but I have Wrath. Very similar. Indestructible obviously is nice, but we have Oust, Prismatic Ending, Spell Pierce, Ancestral, Leyline Binding. I'm thinking maybe just Horizon Canopy. Mana Confluence is also interesting. I like all of these. I want this card, but I have so much other stuff. I think I'm gonna take a Mana Confluence. Just cast my spells. Spar's Headquarters. That's a Bant land. We only have one fetch, but it is all of our colors. That's pretty good. Cryptic Command I actually do like. It's going to be a little hard to cast. Questing Beast is good, but let's just get good mana. We get Wandering Emperor to wield. That's awesome. Meticulous Archive I like too, but I just took a Tri-land, so let's just take the good card. Here, I almost wonder if this is a Kitsa deck. Or like a Lingering Souls deck. I have Mox Jet. I have Bayou, so I have like 2 black sources. It's also interesting. I mean, Kitsa blocks Planeswalkers, which is fairly valuable, but so does Mox. Or, Lingering Souls. I don't know, I'm not playing either of these probably, but we'll see. Renin 6. I only have 1 fetch, probably not doing that. Sheltering Landscape can get green-white, but not turn 1. Ouroborid. I don't know. If I really, really need to race, I can do that. I guess we'll take a Lutri for Ancestral. That's actually not bad. None of these. More likely to play this than anything. Bright Glass Gearhulk. This is kind of a moment of truth for this card. Let's take it. It does get Black Lotus. It gets Black Lotus, it gets some Mana Elves, it gets a Thraben Inspector, it gets a Mox. I wish I had Portable Hole, because then it could get removal too. I think I'm going to play the Gearhulk. It seems kind of spicy. I think I sideboard Wrath because Parallax Wave is better. I don't want to play Kitsa if I don't have to. I don't love the mana, but I don't hate it either. 21. So we even get more playables, which is nice. Kitsa versus Cankerbloom. This is my first removal spell. I do have Parallax Wave Containment Priest. So that's awesome. Kitsa with the looting is interesting. It's prowess that triggers off like planeswalkers. So 1/3 if I play spells. I only have really like one proactive one drop to play. The rest are counter magic, which you're not likely to get there. I have a lot of 4s, so I think I am playing this talisman. We have a lot of removal as well, right? Pending, binding's more of a 2-drop. Force of Vigor I'm going to put in the 0 category. I'm going to try this card. I haven't played with it, but it seems like it will have good matchups. I guess given that, we're going to run Kitsa, and I don't think this is an Ouroboros matchup. Let's just play a Cankerbloom. I don't know. We'll try it. We have 2 filler cards. The rest are very playable. But this deck really wants to get to our top end, which is nuts. We have Lutri to help refill some of that. Like, imagine Lutriing a Fractured Identity. It would be pretty good. Black Lotus helps us get over the hump too. I am wondering if I want an Ouroboros. It is another 4. The rest of our 4s just kind of win the game. This one doesn't necessarily win the game. 3 mana elves. Endurance. I could run a Wrath. I mean, this deck has Oko, Teferi, Wandering Emperor, Elspeth. So Wrath is pretty spicy as well. I'm going to lose an Evans's Pilgrim, but oh well. No, I don't think I want that. I think I want proactive stuff. 23 plus a Wasteland. Oh, Black Lotus is not a land. This is 24. So I'm actually going to cut the Cankerbloom. Run 23. 3/1/2. So green sources. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's okay. Blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's too much blue. White, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a little bit sketchy with all these late game double white cards. Okay, I get another one that's good because I get to add another white source, I think. Sort by color. We have way more white than green. This Bright Glass Gearhulk is going to be very hard to cast, but we have Black Lotus, Mox Jet. I think I'm going to try it. Might as well. It's in the cube. Let's see what happens. Alright, that's the deck. See you all round 1. Okay, we're on the play. Let's do it. Oh, we have Lutri. Look at that. Oh yeah, I could Lutri Ancestral here. I'll keep this hand. Seems alright. We have Ancestral, Bright Glass Gearhulk gets Black Lotus. I love it. So if I play Ancestral, I'm gonna have to discard. Let's fetch now, grabbing Hallowed Fountain. Shock it in. And then on their upkeep to play on Force of Negation, we Ancestral. Okay, all lands, but honestly, we're not that mad to draw lands. I will discard a card if I don't. Oh. Okay, honestly, even if they mana tithe me, I'm not even that mad. Let's get down. I think Oko's better. If they counter Oko, whatever. It has to be literally mana tithe. Oh my god, I can't tap my mana. Blue, green, that one, Oko. Okay, we will make a food. This is absolutely disgusting. I would love to Bright Glass Gearhulk and get Black Lotus, but Mox Jet doesn't tap for that mana. But I need to plan out my mana so that I can Bright Glass. I'm just going to play Elspeth instead. Ragavan with Dash. Okay, you know, if they hit Black Lotus, we're going to be in trouble. Deathrite Shaman. That's a good one. Actually quite good. I will bounce it, so it's going to be good for me. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright. Poor opponent, really, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to Teferi into Deathrite. This is so messed up, by the way. Play Teferi. Bounce my Deathrite. I will play my Deathrite, thank you. Then I will Oko this into a food. And I'm not going to let them Ragavan me, I guess. We'll hold it back. This is such a disgusting lead. Elspeth with Oko double tokens. Portable Hole eats the food. See, that's why I held back the food as a blocker, because otherwise they could go Portable Hole on Deathrite and then Ragavan Dash. Okay, they still hit Deathrite. Elspeth plus Oko gives me 2 foods, which is worth something. Smuggler's Copter, you got it. Oko just steals creatures, right? Artifact or creature. No. You give them an artifact and you get a creature. Okay. Fractured Identity. Uptick to Fairy. This is absolutely disgusting. Let's go Bright Glass Gearhulk. Yes. Get in there, Gearhulk. Let's get our Black Lotus. Yes, I would like to do this. Let's get Black Lotus and a Delighted Halfling. I would like to play a Black Lotus. And then Oko will... I think I want to hold up Wandering Emperor. Oko's gonna make a food. I'll attack you for 3. This deck is messed up. This deck is ridiculous. This card is fun. I like it. It's not like always going to be relevant. Because it is hard to cast and you need to have power, but it's one of those cards that like power maxes, and that's kind of fun sometimes. Alright, what are you coptering? Will Teferi. I'm gonna let them draw and discard. Then we're going to Wandering Emperor. Exile it. That was some of the most degenerate Magic I've played in a hot minute. It's been a while since I've gotten power. Feels good. Feels really good. I can play Wrath of God. They're running Smuggler's Copter, so probably a lot of creatures. Force of Vigor also felt okay against Portable Hole. I don't know if Containment Priest is really where it's at. I guess I have Parallax Wave. They have Copter. I think in this matchup, I don't know about Spell Pierce, but I think Aura Board is interesting. They don't seem to have much removal, is my guess. So this can't also just take over a game. Maybe better. It's like too much counter spells right now. I think I'm gonna cut Spell Pierce. It's on the draw though, but just like this thing can block. I think it's better than a Spell Pierce right now. Until I see more of their deck. Let me Lutri. Thank you. Oh, well, there's the homie, Bright Glass. Get in there. Yeah, Spell Pierce is also pretty bad against Ragavan. Oko's good. Let's go Colonnade. I hope they don't have Ragavan, I imagine. That's the card I'm most scared of. If I can have Counterspell up next turn, I'll be pretty happy. Lion Sash is not scary. In fact, that's quite bad, so I'm happy about that. Raven Inspector. Okay, we will hold up No More Lies. Dude, this card is really... I'm excited about it. Yeah, Lion Sash is going to be like a 2/2. And I'm just going to No More Lies virtually any card they cast here. Definitely that one. Absolutely that one. Blue, white. Take some damage. That's a good one. Holy cow, is that a good one. Let's go Bayou into an Oko. Oko will make a food. And then next turn, we got a couple options. I'm really eyeing this Bright Glass Gearhulk. Grab Black Lotus, Mox Jet, and just go woof in terms of mana. Stoneforged Mystic. Alright, what do you got? Skull Clamp, love it. I love that for you. It's not a good card. It is if you have a lot of tokens. Like if you've got like Elspeth, Steph the Storyteller, Lingering Souls. Like if you can make tokens, it's great. If you're just skull clamping a Lion Sash, you're gonna have a real bad time. Because that's, 3 mana, 2 cards, draw 2. You're basically like card neutral. I still might kill it. Avacyn's Pilgrim. I don't see how I get out of just playing a Bright Glass Gearhulk here. Although, pending the Smuggler's Copter is pretty tempting. None of this matters, it's just the Copter. So if I pending the Copter, I can go pending Thraben Inspector Pilgrim. That's pretty good. Because then I have a clue I can turn into a creature. Okay, fine. So we'll go white, black, prismatic ending, this thing for 2. Sorry, Bright Glass. I want to. Next turn, I think I can Bright Glass into Fractured Identity, and that'll be devastating. I just wish Magic Online would, like, tell you if someone chatted. Because I checked because I've had people tell me that I was playing a game and I forgot to check. And that makes me sad. Okay, that happens. Oko. I could swap the food token for Stoneforge, but I think just making this into a 3/3 makes more sense. Then we go Forest, Pilgrim, Inspector. This deck is awesome. I just want to play this card. It feels so good. I'm gonna hold back. I don't know. They have Gut in their deck, so like the 2 Pilgrims kind of protects a little bit against Gut. In fact, if they play Gut, I can block with Food Thraben. They can only kill one of the 2, which is fairly relevant. Or wait, this is the game I exiled Gut. Never mind. Ignore me. Pull from Eternity, then play Gut. Portable Hole eats a food. You got it. Okay. you got a 1/2? I don't know what's happening. I think it is like fairly counterintuitive. Like you would expect. I'm guessing this is what they thought, that putting Lion Sash on the Stoneforge would get them more power. Like there'd be a 3/2. My guess is that's what they were expecting, because that's kind of how it reads. We'll just let Oko take 2. I don't really care about that. The Oko, the loyalty bonus of this card is so ridiculous. He just takes hits and it just does not matter. Okay. Let's begin with the fun stuff. White, white, green, green. Brightless Gearhulk. Play it. Easy ability, yes. Do I have an equipment to get with Stoneforge? I mean, we're just gonna Fracture Identity anyway. Let's take Black Lotus and Mox Jet. Let's go Black Lotus. This card is basically 0 mana with the cards that I got. Play Mox Jet. Oko is going to turn the clue into a 3/3. I'm just gonna play a Canker Bloom, I think. I don't really care about the Stoneforge. It will save Fractured Identity for later. Attack with these. Next turn I can Oko the Mox and attack. Maybe getting Black Lotus was a mistake instead of anything else, but like you can't just not show off that you have Black Lotus with your Bright Glass Gearhulk. Okay, cycle Jetmir's Garden. They can make their Lion Sash Stoneforge into, if they had tapped differently, they could make it kind of big. They concede. Okay, see you next round. Hey, I'm sorry for the short interruption, but I just wanted to take the time to mention that I spent about 3 years designing my ideal card game, which is Algomancy. So if you like the way that I play the game, talk about the game, or view synergies, and you think that type of gameplay is something you could be interested in, maybe check out Algomancy. It solves the problem of first player advantage, solves the problem of Mana Screwer and Flood, and there's no expensive cards. It's just a self-contained cube-like experience. You can cube draft with your friends. The other thing that it does really cool is you can cube draft 1v1. You don't need to get up to 8 people, and you can actually draft live in the game as well. So it's a really, really fun game that's based on just strategy instead of like getting lucky, hoping to draw the right cards. It really allows you to make cool plays and win on those cool and interesting plays and synergies. So if you're interested at all, go to algomancy.io, give it a check. Otherwise, just keep enjoying the videos. Okay, we're playing against QXXB. Let's go first. Can you help me remember that I have Lutri? We're gonna like pop it out, I think. Otherwise, I'm just gonna forget. This is disgusting, by the way. I'm gonna keep. If they kill my Delighted Halfling, this is gonna be a little bit sad. But, oh well. Let's go Forest, Halfling. Do I play the Mox Jet? I'm weak to Duress, Inquisition, and Thoughtseize anyway. I don't think I play the Mox Jet. It just gives them a little bit more information. Oh, I guess it lets me start attacking right away. Yeah, that's actually one point worth mentioning. If I have Mox Jet in play, I can attack with it with Oko out. It doesn't matter so much here. Go Mox Jet. Or let's go Plains, because I want to be able to hold up No More Lies. This will add blue. Play Oko. And then we're going to play out the Mox Jet. The question is, do I turn Mox Jet into a creature? I kind of think I'd just do that. I get a 3/3 blocker right away. I have a bunch of lands anyway. They have Giver of Runes, and that's it. Okay. Containment Priest is pretty good. Let's uptake Oko to get a food. I would like to trade for Giver Runes next turn if I can. Let's go. I'll play out Wasteland in case they have anything nuts. And I want a Containment Priest. I will... They could have Felia, which would be kind of annoying, so I will attack here. This feels like a Felia to me. They just had nothing. Perfect. Ooh, they Flicker Wisp. Okay, I can't counter that. They probably hit Mox Jet. Yeah. Yep, that goes away. Makes me a little bit nervous to play this Containment Priest, but I think this... Oh, I could just let it enter and then Containment Priest. Play Containment Priest. A little bit sketchy, but that's okay. Let's draw. That is a card that I can't cast because it's not legendary. That sucks. Yeah, I have too much colorless mana right now. That's very unfortunate. Power 3 or less. I can take their Giver of Runes, but then Flicker Wisp kills me. I can take their Flicker Wisp, but then Giver of Runes gives protection, so that doesn't work. So I just let them have a Flicker Wisp and make my food bigger. Ugh, not being able to cast Gearhulk is so rough. Let's go Forest. Put Lutri into my hand. 1, 2, 3. It is legendary, but I can't cast it with my current mana. And there's no point attacking with the food because they have Giver of Runes right now. So I can't really attack. Not the best position to be in. Maybe I don't know. This Wasteland is hurting us. I need a blue source or a white source. And then I can break glass into Black Lotus and do all the stuff. Don't love Guide of Souls. We do have a Wasteland target, finally. Screaming Nemesis. Okay. Pretty good sequencing. Yeah, my mana's hurting me a lot right now. Attacking Oka with both makes a lot of sense. Let me Wasteland them. I guess I can wait until my turn. This is kind of interesting. If I block the Screaming Nemesis with the food token, they can give her runes to give protection, but then it doesn't get its ability. I think I do this. If they give protection, then that's fine. If they don't, this hits and then they can kill... They'll probably just hit Oko anyway. So I think this is kind of fine. If I get them to activate Giver of Runes, I'm in an okay spot. Yeah, they just don't do anything. We get a kill. That makes sense. Oko to 2. They're spending so much effort killing this, which is great for me. Alright, Plains is good. Blue Source is good. Spell Pierce is horrendous. It's so bad. Okay, I can't like do anything with my mana. We're definitely gonna Wasteland them. Can't cast Lutri. This is not legendary. That sucks. Okay. I think making another 3/3 probably in my best interest. Yeah, these counter spells are so bad. Let's Wasteland you. Make Mox Jet into a creature. Oko probably dies here, almost for sure. I can attack with Mox Jet. That doesn't really accomplish that much. Is Spell Pierce legendary? Can we make Spell Pierce legendary? I don't think it's that helpful here. Oko just dies. Take 3. He still did a lot. He gained me like 9 life and made 2 creatures, so it's fairly effective. That's castable. Okay, we can live with that. Blue, this, play Teferi. Teferi will. I think we just have to bounce Giver of Runes. They give this dude, I'm guessing pro green, but this gives me 1 turn to like kill something because Giver Runes won't be active next turn. Pro green, yep. There's our trop. We're back in it. I can't play No More Lies. It's also not a white source, but at least I can spell pierce. I think I do attack with the containment priest here. Put some pressure down. Okay. I can spell pierce, and next turn I can actually play a counter spell. Or we just run out of Lutri. It looks like my opponent might be missing mana though. Like their other color of mana. Teferi dies here. Okay. Not the end of the world. It's tapped, but it does the things we need. Play a Colonnade. Let's attack with Mox Jet. I don't mind trading Containment Priest for Giver of Runes in this spot. Or Guide of Souls, so we'll attack like this. Hit for 5. They exile it and return it. Okay. I'll get a 3-3, or a Mox. That's okay with me. They take 2. We get our thing back. Honestly, I'm fine with that. They basically just path to exile my creature. Najani is pretty annoying, but you got Najani. That does trigger Guide of Souls, does all that stuff. Yeah, a little bit late for this counter magic. I don't know what my opponent has in hand. They give Guide of Souls flying, so I take 6 in the air currently. That's all I can do. I couldn't Lutri the counterspell because I don't have enough blue mana for that just yet. I can run out Lutri, but I don't think this game is about that. I think like drawing Oust and then playing Lutri on Oust, that type of thing is more what the game is about. Let's go. White, white, green, green. Bright Glass Gearhulk. Say yes. He will grab Black Lotus. What do I want as well? Black Lotus Deathrite is interesting. I'm taking 6 per turn, which is so much. Thraben Inspector can draw me into more stuff. It does require me to tap out of white, so I can't No More Lies as easily. Do I even need Black Lotus, actually? Because I could get Deathrite Shaman, Thraben Inspector. I mean, Lutri Fractured Identity would be spicy, but I have so much mana. Deathrite Shaman, Thraben Inspector. I'm not holding up counter magic if I do that. Yeah, it's kind of rough. Because I basically need to hold this up. So I think I get Raven Inspector, Black Lotus, but then I'm using Black Lotus just to cast a No More Lies. I guess I play Thraben Inspector next turn. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Deathrite Shaman. Definitely, obviously holding up counter magic. And or Lutri. Take 6 here. But yeah, I can't let them resolve like Parallax Wave or something ridiculous. But we're definitely cutting these. Smuggler's Copter. That one I guess I let resolve. Big problem. But I can currently block with Colonnade next turn, which will be good. Although Giver of Runes kind of mitigates that. I can play Lutri now. I think again, I want to draw like Oust Bayou. Not great. Let's go Thraben Inspector. Sack to draw. Black Lotus. Bayou. Black Lotus. And pass turn. I can't even attack with the Bright Glass Gearhulk because they just block with the cat. I guess I can Lutri No More Lies now. Maybe I should have done that on the copter. They crew. It is 9 in the air currently. I can survive off Deathrite. Yeah, this is kind of awkward because now they just give her runes, give protection to whatever I block. They loot. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. So I have to draw a spell. They discard Rabbleman, so they're really red screwed. We'll let that happen. Then we will trigger this. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. This adds white. Yeah, 4, 5. Or do I just use Black Lotus? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have Colonnade plus 3 more. Okay, I will just use all of these. This, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I can't Deathrite. I can't Deathrite gain life if I do that. We're just gonna use Black Lotus here. Sack this for white. This and this. No, sorry. Sack this for blue. Activate here. And then this and this. Very complicated. Okay. They get to activate Giver of Runes to protect. I can Lutria's Spell Pierce. So I guess I will gain life after combat. They give pro. I guess I can't Lutria's Spell Pierce. Oh, I technically can with Deathrite Shaman. Okay, protection from white. You got it. Down to 2. Overlord of the Mistmoors. We will No More Lies countering that. Wait. Yeah, I need to gain life here, so I'm going to counter this. White, blue. Honestly, the XL's quite a downside right now. Let's XL this. Screaming Nemesis didn't hit me, so I can still gain life. They're tapped out. Ancestral? Dude. I believe I am just dead. But we'll learn more about their deck. Yeah, they kept back the cat. Clever for them. I think I'm just dead. There's too many flyers. Too slow. Also, I guess I drew 10 lands and they drew 8 lands. It is, I mean, that does make a difference, but it's mostly the tempo they had. Ocelot Pride. We're just going to concede here. You're going to win. Okay, not going to waste anyone's time. This is definitely a Wrath of God matchup. Force of Vigor. They had, I think Force of Vigor is good. I'm actually a little bit scared of playing Containment Priest when they have Flicker Wisp in their deck. Makti doesn't help too much. Ouroborid. It's like flyers are really kind of what I'm scared of. I guess Makti has flying, but most of their flyers are 3/3. Wrath helps a lot with that. Kitsa stops me from just dying. I mean, Containment Priest Parallax Wave is good. Oh, Spell Pierce pretty bad. Bring in just like this. They know about No More Lies now. This has Trample. It's huge. Maybe it's better than Cankerbloom in this matchup. It does just block and attack pretty well. And I can turn a Delighted Halfling into like a 7/7. Oh, let's make our mana a little bit better and cut Kitsa for a Cankerbloom. That way I'm not stuck on blue too much. We have 7, 8 blue sources I think is enough. I just didn't hit them in time last game. Alright, new game, new me. Let's go first. Reveal my companion that I need to remember exists. This has all of my colors. It's a 5-lander. I'm gonna keep. It's got it like we have a turn 1 accelerant and it's pretty hard to pass up on that. I can also cycle Sparrow's headquarters. Marsh Flats can grab a Bayou, which gives me green, so I definitely want to do that. So let's go Marsh Flats for Bayou. Play the Pilgrim. I know this isn't an ideal hand, but it gives us a curve, and we just need to hit a 4, like a 3 or 4 on curve, and we're golden. Drawing Colonnade is a bit rough, but I can play it. Like, it's still a creature. If they mana tie this, I'm gonna scream. Okay. Like, it's still a curve. We get to cycle this. We just need to hit, like, spells in the top cards. Like, if we had mulliganed and this Plains was gone, I'd be kind of happy with this start. At some point, you have to top deck in Magic. And I think this hand is fine in that regard. We also have Lutri, which helps a bit. I can put Lutri in my hand next turn instead of cycling this. They play Thalia. Okay. That's annoying. Leyline Binding. With these two, it's going to cost 4 less. They mostly have creatures is what this is telling me. If I shock in Hallowed Fountain, I think I can Binding the Thalia. Because this is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 types. So it's going to cost 2, but then really 3 because of Thalia. So I will do that. This lets me, like, start pressuring them. Attack you. For 4 damage. And Colonnade also goes really well with this type of pressure. Because it's a land, right? Hard for them to kill. Here comes Goblin Rabblemaster and I cry. Okay, Stoneforge. Anything they can get, I can kill with Cankerbloom. I definitely will be killing a Jite. Cauldra Complete. Okay, can't kill that with a Cankerbloom. Can't Leyline Binding that either. Colonnade costs 1 more to activate here. But I can play a Halfling and cycle Spar's Headquarters. I guess I want to cycle Spar's Headquarters before doing anything. Using 1, 2, 3. I have to take damage if I use that. We'll cycle like this. No More Lies. That is not the way to tap mana for that. Unfortunately. Yeah, I guess I hold up Colony. I don't know. No More Lives would be great to have, although they're probably just going to put Caldra Complete into play. Let's play Mana Confluence, play the Halfling, attack for 3. Caldra Complete comes down. Next turn I can just attack with Colonnade probably. And I guess we're just racing. Yeah, having Counterspell up here would be so huge. So this itself is indestructible. The creature itself is... Equipped creature has indestructible. Okay, take 5. Oh, they didn't have anything else though. That's great news. We have Teferi. Okay, it's probably over. 1, 2, 3. Play Teferi to eat the germ. We draw that. We have counter spell available, so let's attack. I guess I'll keep back Delighted Halfling because I think having Teferi around does make sense. But I'll hit you for 4. Okay, not chatty. Opponent has been mana screwed most games. I've been flooding most games. This game I kept a 5-lander, and I only drew 3 more lands. It's not that bad. This is completely random, but like I'm drinking water while playing these games, and it's always a game for me to set down my water bottle as quietly as possible so that it doesn't spike the microphone. It's just what I've been doing, I guess. Do I care about Giver of Runes? I don't think so. It doesn't like hit me for too much damage. It doesn't block Celestial Colonnade. I think we're saving No More Lives for, Swords to Plowshares on Colonnade or something like that. I'll counter this. That blocks. We don't want that. White, blue. I could kill it with Cankerbloom, but I think just them getting a block is something I don't want to happen. Oust is kind of awesome. Let's uptick to Fairy. Play a Trop. Activate Colonnade. I'm not going to be attacking with a Pilgrim, but I guess I'll keep it back on defense if I... Nah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack with that and a Cankerbloom. They can double block Cankerbloom, but then Oust is devastating. I wonder if I'm supposed to... Oh, wait a second. Lutri plus Oust, that's the play. I need to remember I have Lutri. I don't think it is here. It gains them 6 life, which isn't what I want to do, but worth mentioning. So they could take 7. They can chump. They can try and double block. I think I would oust Stoneforge in that situation. They go with no blocks. They're dead next turn. Alright, you got it. I can oust at instant speed. A demi. Flash gains flying. Okay. So they can do that. I'm going to oust the Ademi. Oh, they just F6'd. Interesting. I think they're dead now. I just F6'd through that one. Force of Vigor is pretty good. Uptick to Fairy. Activate Colonnade. 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't cast spells, so I think just swinging out is lethal. We're just gonna do that. Okay, game 3. They have the thing that gives all their creatures indestructible. Worth thinking about. Do I want Ouroborid? Honestly, it's kind of interesting. It might be better than Force of Vigor. Like, this does just let me grow a huge army. Force of Vigor hits. It does hit Caldra Complete. Because it... No, this is Destroy. Okay, it does not hit Caldra. I don't think I'm playing that then. We'll just run it like this. Ouroborid, get in there. Lutri Companion. This hand is good. Parallax Wave is going to be very devastating in this matchup, I think. We'll keep. We got all our colors. A little bit painful colors. Turn 1 Ocelot Pride. I think we're going to go Deathrite Shaman then. I can at least attempt to block the Pride. This Bright Glass is going to be pretty spicy. They haven't shown too much in the way of removal. It's a lot of like Giver of Runes type, let me sneak my damage through. Okay, never mind. They do have removal. Path to Exile. Honestly, I'm fairly okay with this. I think we just get a forest. That lets me play Pilgrim without taking damage. They get a cat. Not the end of the world. Leyline Binding. We can't cast that here, but I get to go Pilgrim and play a Plains. This bluffs our counterspell. They get another cat next turn, but Parallax Wave cleans that up pretty nicely. They also missed a land drop last turn, so worth mentioning. They hit one this turn. Don't love that for me. We'll take 2. Is this a reprieve? What is this? This is definitely a Bright Glass Gearhulk. Yeah, that blocks everything. Reprieve would be kind of devastating, but Parallax Wave still cleans this up. They can't mana tithe me because I'm going to play a land. I'm just deciding what I want to have untapped. Because I can play... I can have mana... What am I getting with Bright Glass Gearhulk? Deathray Shaman's exiled. I'm looking at... I think I just want to leave Mana Confluence up. I'm going to take some damage, though. I'm trying to minimize damage that I take. But if I want green, I have to hold up Mana Confluence. But maybe I get Thraben Inspector instead, and that lets me hold up white, like with Avacyn's Pilgrim. Or I can just cast Parallax Wave. Okay, let's do that. Let's cast Gearhulk this way. Play him. Use the ability. I want Thraben Inspector, and do I want Delighted Halfling, Mox Jet, or Black Lotus? Black Lotus lets me Parallax Wave right now, but if they have Mana Tithe, that's like pretty bad. I think I'm gonna get Thraben Inspector. Black Lotus lets me Parallax Wave and Leyline Binding. I'm gonna get Black Lotus. We'll play Black Lotus first. That plays around Mana Tithe. That resolves. Okay, then I'll play Thraben Inspector. I think the longer I can wait on Parallax Wave, the better it will be. Go ahead. So you have to kill the Gearhulk and the Inspector to be able to attack. They have a Demi. Okay. So creatures gain... Just the Demi gains flying. They can give Ocelot Pride indestructible. Kind of bad. Spending a mana on this would be great for me. I don't mind taking 3. Voice of Victory. Your opponent casts... Okay. Okay. This is the Parallax Wave turn. They can't even give flying. That's awesome for me. Okay. That's pretty good too. Let's go lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast a Parallax Wave. And then I'm going to sack this for blue-green. 4. This is going to be 3. I'll have 2 left over. So if I'm going to do all of that, I might as well start by cracking the clue. That's pretty convincing. I'm still just going to do that next turn. So let's sack this for blue. Blue-green lets me Krasis. And I still have white for Parallax Wave. Still have Parallax Wave. I will attack with a Gearhulk. Okay, go ahead. We're going to eat like their whole board and then Elspeth will just kill them, I think. This card seems... I mean, it's doing something here. It's going to be a 5/5. And then it's going to make my like flying Thraben Inspector become 5/5. Okay, we'll go to beginning of combat. I don't really want them getting this. I don't want them getting the city's blessing. The rest I don't mind if you attack with. Okay, you got it. They haven't gained life this turn. We'll just hold Parallax Wave up. And I think Elspeth just kills. I don't know if it kills immediately right now, but like pretty soon it will. This is Elspeth. Take 1. I can't Leyline Binding anyway. Let's go Elspeth. Play Colonnade. Elspeth is going to 0. My whole team has flying. Let's do this. Oh wait, they just die, don't they? Yeah. Yes. I think you're just dead. This doesn't gain flying, so I think they just died all of this. Nice. Exact kill. See you in the finals. Oh, right. We're playing against Cube LLM Agent. Let's go first. Reveal Lutri. Are you an LLM? This hand, I'll keep. It's not amazing, but it's got a curve, and in some matchups it'll be nice. I can cast Gearhulk, I can counter stuff. If this is a bot, that would be really interesting and very concerning because I feel like the day. Oh my gosh. Spell Pierce, you beautiful card. Okay. I feel like the day when you start playing against like AI agents online is just the saddest day. Because the whole point is fighting humans. Delighted Halfling doesn't let me cast Bright Glass Gearhulk sooner, so we're just gonna hold up Counterspell and then next turn I can Halfling. This is like kind of what I talk about. If you're accelerating in general, it's not good. You need to accelerate into something specific. And right now, this just doesn't accelerate into anything. All of our good threes, we can just play next turn. This Spell Pierce, though, was pretty good. Also being on the play. On the draw, completely different. I will counter virtually anything they do. No, that's not true. Because I have this up next turn too, kind of for free. I'm going to counter that. Gets exiled as well, which is nice. Alright, deck. Oko. Endurance. Yep, we'll play an Endurance. Pretty happy about that. I have to remember I have Lutri. Copter, you got it. Oh, dude, how greedy do I want to get? Not very. I would have to play off curve for like a whole turn here. That feels pretty bad. I think just playing Endurance is better. Because I could wait for them to attack with the Copter, but like I can just not do that. You know what I mean? Do I want them to top deck Soul Ring? Honestly, yes. At this point. Oust is pretty good. Let me play a Plains and play a Gearhulk. Get in there. Okay. This turn, I'm thinking Mox Jet Deathrite is kind of good, but I can also see just Thraben Inspector Deathrite. I don't think it's Black Lotus here. Mox Jet Deathrite lets me start hitting their life total. They're taking 3 here down to 17. I have a 4/4 trample. It puts me like down 1 card, but it does give me a land too. I'm gonna take these 2. Attack you for 3. Play this. Play Deathrite. Nice. So now next turn they take 9. So they die. Yeah, they die in 2 turns currently. Amped Raptor. Alright, what do you got? 2 cards. They hit grief. Dude, Amped Raptor sucks so much. It never does the thing you want it to do. I mean, it would have been great if it hit grief. I'll take 3 here. What are you looting away? They discard a land, so Deathrite Shaman can now do something with a land. Like, it can give me mana anyway. I feel like I haven't drawn Ancestral in a hot minute. Can we do that? Mind Collapse Endurance. Interesting that one instead of the Gearhulk. Do you have like Snuff Out for the Gearhulk? Flame Slash maybe? I'm surprised about that one. Let me attack for 4. Let me put Lutri into my hand. And I'm actually going to wait to pending. Let's get a Delighted Halfling in play. Next turn I can Prismatic Ending for 2 and then Lutri copy it to kill both of these. Which seems good. I don't know, it lets them attack with Smuggler's Copter one more time, but maybe I should be concerned. But I think the value of killing 2 things with 1 play is going to be very worthwhile. They discard Inquisition. Fair enough. Okay, so they definitely have plays. Let's exile Mind Collapse. Black Lotus is not bad. It's actually not that good either, but we'll play this plays around like the infinite counterspell something they could have. Okay, so we're gonna hold control. We're gonna go. Let me make sure. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. So you have to copy it. So we're gonna start with Prismatic Ending for 2 on this. Then we're gonna Lutri this uncounterable. Cast this. Copy the pending. This is gonna eat the raptor. Oh, that doesn't work? Dang it. I thought that would work. I guess you didn't spend mana on it. Fair. They discarded Inquisition, so I'm really curious what's going on. Dang it, I thought that would work. I guess I could eat a token and the copter. Delayed Blast Fireball does 2 damage to everything I have. Okay, so we're going to eat your Inquisition. Fall to... Pretty good. Ugh, that Lutri was a mistake, man. I could have had Lutri up and just killed them here. Now I know. Can I draw Ancestral, please? Elspeth would be potentially better. They animate Dead Delighted Halfling? Interesting. Why that over anything else? Just a chump block? Talisman. That's very interesting. I'm going to attack with Bright Glass. If they don't block with the halfling, I'm going to oust it. First strike. Okay, you're at 1 life. I'm going to oust this. I don't know what they need the mana for, but we're going to stop that from happening. They clearly wanted it. The downside is I have to draw my own creature now. But, like, they draw an Evoked Fury. Okay, they're at 4, I'm at 12. Both top decking, and I'm drawing a bad card in 1 after this draw step. But I have so much mana. That's bad. Alright, and I know my next draw is bad. If I just hadn't messed up on Lutri, I win. Because I just attack for damage. But they're also whiffing, and I have quite a bit more mana than they do. Fear of Missing Out will be able to double combat, I think. Their deck looks sick. Hymn to Torok. Okay, they're missing black mana? Spells? Dude. What is it with me and like flooding out in the finals of every thing that I play? I'm going to hold Mana Confluence here. Bluff something. But I don't know. Ousting this could have been a mistake. But it just the way they played felt like they like have a Shieldred and they really need this. They have 5 card types, so I'm just getting hit twice. But losing this is on me. Lutri mistake was definitely avoidable. I take 4. Does this combo with... There's another combat phase. I think this is pretty good with Goblin Rabblemaster. They duress. Good thing I held the card in hand. They Wasteland. Doesn't really matter. I don't know. I don't know why they reanimated this over, like, Endurance. Or why they didn't kill... I feel like they could have Fury killed Brightglass Gearhulk and then animate dead that, get their creatures back. That'd be kind of sick. Come on, next spell. Okay, that's a good spell. Let me attack with Delighted Halfling and see what happens there. Okay, then I can Wandering Emperor. Do I exile Fear of Missing Out? I don't think so. I died of Fiery Confluence if I let this happen, but I threaten lethal otherwise. They're at 3. I'll just kill it. Yeah, I don't want to die to Fiery Confluence here. Okay, they just concede. It didn't matter. Great. Okay. Whew. My misplayed didn't matter, but now I know Lutri plus Prismatic Ending doesn't work how you want it to. They have a lot of counter magic. Spell Pierce felt really good. No More Lives on the draw I think is worse than just playing big stuff. They have Delayed Blast Fireball. Containment Priest I don't know. They have Animate Dead, but it feels more like for value. Force of Vigor. I think I just want Ouroborid. Do I want like a Descendant of Storms? This could be the matchup if they're just all like counter magic. The problem is this card's pretty bad if they have like any blocker. They have Fury. Yeah, this is bad against Fury too. Okay, we will do this. Just big stuff that can avoid like Fury, Delayed Blast Fireball, that stuff. Put you in play. Would be pretty nice to draw an Ancestral, although this hand's also pretty good. That's hard to complain. Although, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna keep it. It has like all this stuff, but it definitely doesn't have the colors of mana that we necessarily want. Okay, Duress takes, I assume Oko, but I'm not entirely sure. Because I can play a turn 2 Wandering Emperor if they don't take the Mox. I think you go for the power. I think you take Oko here. Yeah, that's what I would do too. Colonnade. Yep, we're gonna play Pilgrim. And they have a bunch of Thoughtseize and stuff. I'm playing out the Mox Jet. Next turn, Inquisition can't hit Wandering Emperor. Emperor of Bones. You got it. Starts eating graveyard cards. You got it, my friend. Let's go Wasteland. Pass with mana up. I mean, they know what is coming. Kind of glad they took Oko. I still wouldn't be able to cast it right now. They fetch. Don't love them shocking something in. We'll see. It could be Reanimator. Goblin Rabblemaster. Okay, that just makes a creature. So I'll just make a 2/2 here. And they can exile their Bloodstained Mires and stuff. Okay, do this. Play her. Make a 2/2. Block. Parallax Wave is exceptional. Do I want a P-Wave right now is the question. Kind of stops a lot of nonsense they could have. Even Emperor of Bones Reanimation doesn't really do anything then. But I also want to Wasteland them. This is my dilemma. I think Wastelanding them into Parallax Wave is probably a little bit higher value. So let's kill your Blood Crypt. Play Colonnade. Play a Talisman. Play a Thraben Inspector. Makes a creature. Let's give you first strike so I can attack. Yeah, if they would have to have like literally Entomb plus Emperor of Bones activate to do something here. And just them having less mana and me having Parallax Wave is so much more devastating the following turn. Fury Evoke's pretty good. They can hit this and this. That's pretty good. Okay. Wandering Emperor dies, I think? That's kind of gross. In hindsight, Parallax Wave would have been better, but that's okay. They have their own Wasteland. Big yikes. Ugh, that's so devastating. Oh, okay. Okay, I messed up. I should have just played Parallax Wave. I guess I underestimated how insane Fury would be in this exact situation. Holy cow, that's disgusting. Oh my god. And it gets to attack? Yeah, next time you just P-Wave. That's... I mean, they still would have been able to Fury my Wandering Emperor and my creature, so I'd have like a 2/2, but it wouldn't be this. Because now Parallax Wave on this, they can readapt. Well played. How much damage is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm like, yeah, we're dead. And they Wasteland me. That was one of the most disgusting turns I've ever seen. Fury is absolutely insane. Yeah, Parallax Wave would have helped, but it wouldn't have fixed it. On the play, No More Lies doesn't even really help against Fury, but I think just on the play it's better. Containment Priest stops Fury, so that's noteworthy. I think Leyline Binding's a little expensive. We're gonna run it like that. That was, oh my god. That was disgusting. Use you. I'm gonna keep this. I actually can't cast an Avacyn's Pilgrim. Do I want a Kitza or do I want a Containment Priest? I think having Kitza in play is higher value. So, do you have a Duress is the question. They've had it every other game. They have it this game. Yeah, that sucks so much. Don't have green. Let me attack. They know about the priest. Yeah, not having green is rough. Draw. We get access to green. Do I want Containment or Avacyn's Pilgrim? I don't think I actually even want an Avacyn's Pilgrim here. I think a land is better. Less weak to Delayed Blast Fireball and stuff. So I can get Marsh Flats. I can hold up Containment Priest. Dark Confidant. You got it, dude. Let me fetch. I'm going to get Spara's Headquarters here. And I am just going to get down Containment Priest. Elspeth is very good if I can get there. Let me attack for 1. Do I attack with Containment Priest 2? I think I do. Okay. Let me draw. Spell Pierce could be useful. At this point, I can't play Endurance. Play Plains, put Lutri in my hand. And I want them to have to strip mine a Hallowed Fountain if they're going to strip mine something. Because I want my green. They hit a land. Okay, I need a land next turn and then I'll be happy. Like, Elspeth is gross. Please don't be... Please be something I can Spell Pierce as well. Soul Ring. I'm going to Spell Pierce this. This takes their turn if they want to resolve the Soul Ring. Yeah, it's just like, I have to do that. Because at the moment Soul Ring resolves, they're never like doing anything with that mana. I need to hit Elspeth this turn. Yeah, I just have to hit Elspeth right now. Oko's also pretty good. Oko's good. It's kind of rough because I want to Oko their Soul Ring. If I play Oko, what am I doing if I play Elspeth? Not a ton. If I Oko their Soul Ring and they do like that nonsense Fury stuff, I guess they can't because Containment Priest. I Oko your Soul Ring, you're down mana. Because they went to play it last turn and they couldn't. So if I do this, it'll kind of take their whole turn again. Guess that's the play. Blue, green, Mox Jet. Play Oko. Trigger Kitsa. Attack for 2. And then I can turn Soul Ring into a 3/3. I think that is the play. As much as it's rough for me to have to do. They hit him to Oh, God, no. That's... I mean, it's not that... I have an Oko in play, I guess. Pretty bad, though. Like, the whole plan of this was to play Elspeth next turn. Okay. Goodbye. Don't you dare have Lightning Bolt. Mind Collapse the Oko. Yeah, that's pretty rough. They're down to 2 lands, but they have Dark Confidant. They're at 11. I have a Delighted Halfling. I would like to loot that away, please. Bright Glass Gearhulk, I can't cast. I'm gonna keep the Gearhulk. Dude, these finals have been so rough for me. I hit Prismatic Vista. I have to keep Gearhulk here, I think. It's just the only powerful enough card to make it, like, push through here. Because my opponent's absolutely, well, not stuck on man anymore. Here comes Ravel Man. Dude, no! Their deck's good. Their draws are good, too. Can I hit Ancestral, please? Take 3. Okay. I will attack with both. I think... No, I don't really want to trade Containment Priest for the Confidant. Hit you, loot. Dude, come on. Alright, I will play Mana Confluence. Yeah, Dark Confidant is just taking over this game. They draw Inquisition. Maybe I should have held my 1 card there. I'm taking like 6 damage. The reason to play Confluence is if I draw a way to kill Deep Cavern Bat, then I can hopefully like play the Bright Glass Gearhulk. They have 6 cards in hand though. Yeah. Evora. They must have drawn that, otherwise that sequencing is kind of weird. Take 4. Do I let them trade off a Dark Confidant? Because they could have Fury, right? With Containment Priest. But I'm just dying so quickly. I need to get something going. So unfortunately, I do have to trade. Dude, come on. I have to go like Ancestral into something. Let's loot. Alright, Waterlogged Grove, what do you got for me? Or aborted. That... I'm like 100% dead here, but this, I think in theory, lets me live a turn. In theory. Because I can block Soul Ring. But they get 2 combats and they have like spells, you know, like... Yeah, this is just really bad alignment of my cards and their draw. That's unfortunate, but the deck was incredible. This deck was really good. Their deck was good too, but it just like everything I played, it felt like they drew the perfect answer, and it's like at every like decision point, I basically ended up making the wrong decision, which I think there's so many different ways it could go, right? I think the Parallax Wave decision was interesting because I could have played Parallax Wave on that turn, and then I'd have Parallax Wave to protect my own creatures, stop their stuff. but they could have just as easily had like a 3-drop that they really wanted to cast and kill my guys, or let Parallax Ray resolve, then they entomb, animate dead their creature. So that was the decision point, and then the other one of Oko like fooding their Soul Ring versus making a food. It's like denying them mana felt better, but then they had Mind Collapse to kill it for 0 mana. Also pretty tough. But we just like we drew Ancestral once. We drew Fractured Identity one time. It was great when I drew it. Anyway, that was fun. Thanks for watching. See you next time.